Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Monday morning. And this is Matthew with A Love Awakening. Appreciate you being with us. Love doing the morning energy forecast with you all. You can check out A Love Awakening at aloveawakening.com. We also have our YouTube channel up and running, so you can search for us there at the # A Love Awakening. You can check out our t-shirt shop on Teespring. We have all kinds of stuff going on. Lisa and I just got finished with a little project last night, so you should probably be looking for that very, very soon. So thank you all so much for your love and your comments yesterday. Yesterday was a little bit of a hard day for me. So I love you all. I love all of the little notes, the telephone calls, just to see and check in on me, and I really, really appreciate that. So let's go ahead and jump right into the energy forecast for today and see what is going on, see what's happening. So inside of this morning, okay, is watching out for those little signs and symbols that come up inside of our lives that alert us that we are on our path, that we are going forward and we are manifesting the things that we want to manifest. So be looking for those little types of things that come up. And some people, what I would like to do is I have a little story, and this actually came up inside of a reading, but it's very apropos for looking for signs and symbols inside of your life, and what do I mean by signs and symbols inside my life? Because, there was an older woman that came to me for a reading, and inside of that reading, teddy bears kept on coming up. Time after time after time, teddy bears started coming up. And she was like, no, she goes, I don't want a teddy bear. She goes, I have great grandchildren and they wouldn't, they're at the time age right now that they wouldn't want a teddy bear. So, no, you're wrong. I was like, well, there's teddy bears that are showing up inside of your reading. And she's like, you're wrong. And I was like, okay, well, then I'm wrong about that. So, and she goes, but why would you bring up teddy bears? And I was like, well, a lot of times when symbols show up for us that, come up inside of a reading or inside of our daily life, I was like, it's a sign or a symbol of something is about to happen. Something is about to go down. And I was like, so when you take that on, then you're going to be looking for whatever's coming. Okay. So it's kind of that like an early warning system. And she goes, no, well, you're wrong. So anyway, about 2 weeks later, she gives me a call and she goes, Matthew, I have something to tell you. And I was like, oh, sure, what's going on? And it was about February 14th. So she was seeing a very special guy. And the very special guy took and planned this elaborate dinner. Well, she showed up and she came into the restaurant, and in the back of the restaurant, he had this table set up with the candelabras and the fine china and roses, and sitting on her seat was a giant teddy bear. So he comes walking through the restaurant to retrieve her from the front, and he goes, I am so happy to see you. And she goes, yes, I will marry you. And he goes, how did you know that I was going to ask you to marry me? And she goes, the teddy bear told me. So that's what I mean by symbolism. Watch out for those little things in your life that normally aren't necessarily there all the time, that kind of make your mind go, wonder why that's there. Of course, the normal signs, the repeating numbers and things like that, that's very important for us to know that we are going forward on our path and we are manifesting the things that we want to manifest and the things that we want to have inside of our lives. So keep an eye out for those things today. Okay. Visualization. Okay. Taking time to sit down and really, really visualize inside of yourself and internalize what we are manifesting inside of this world. What do we want to have that is going to, bring about change? So with visualization, it means taking and putting yourself into that meditative state and seeing that which you want inside of your life. Okay, and kind of look at it this way. Athletes use this technique as well. Okay, to improve skill, to improve how they play the game. Studies have shown that athletes that take and are on the court, I mean, especially basketball, they've done the study specifically for basketball, that if they put themselves on the court and they're actually practicing, they have a greater amount of success when they are taking and they're trying to make baskets. Well, they did a study that they took a portion of the basketball team and had them sit in the locker room, put them in a meditative state, and just had them visualize them making the baskets. So they would just visualize, them just getting up to the line and shooting. So when they actually came to the point of testing this the very, very next day, they found that the people that visualized actually had an improvement over the people that actually physically did the exercise. So when we're looking at visualization, visualization is a very, very powerful thing. When we're setting our mind and our intention, we're putting that energy out to the world, saying this is what we are going to create, this is what we're going to do. Okay? And so take that on as a practice of visualizing your manifestation. Visualize those things that you're manifesting being real, being present, and being in your grasp right now. Okay? And so that's a big thing for today. Now, synchronicities, again, that's going back into the symbolism. Look for those little synchronicities that happen today. Now, one of the new cards that is coming up is desire. Okay? What is your desire? What is it in your heart that you want the most? And we have to understand that our desires change on a daily basis. Okay? But the things that we manifest inside of our life, those should be those things that we desire. Okay? And I remember hearing a sermon before, when I was in the church, that, God will give you the desires of your heart. And I always thought that meant that he would answer prayer and that would all of a sudden come true. And don't get me wrong, prayer works. Okay? But I came to understand it in a little different way, that God will give you the desires of your heart. Meaning, he'll give you what needs to be there in your heart in order for you to go forward in life, in order for you to make this world a better place. Those desires are going to be from that spark of the divine that we each have inside of us. So God will give the desires of our hearts. Okay? And we follow along with that. We have desires for things to happen in our lives. So with everything that's coming on today, it's visualization, it's watching for the symbols, it's watching for the synchronicities. It's really, really being focused on what we want to have inside of our life, what we desire, and what we are bringing forward. And so, again, our favorite card, love. Love is coming up. Now, could be for me, definitely for everybody else, definitely for me. I completely messed that up. So definitely for me, definitely for everybody else. But love, okay? Being very aware of how we are bringing love to the world. So keep that in mind today. Keep that in mind and right at the forefront, up there. Our perspective, okay? How has our perspective changed since yesterday? And I can tell you this, my perspective has changed since yesterday. For what I want to create for the world, what I want to see in the world, and the hope that I want to bring to the world. My perspective has changed. And it's okay to have your perspective change because, sometimes, like I said, we need to reset, we need to refocus, and we need to reflect on what we're manifesting inside of this world and how we want to go about manifesting it. Okay? I have big plans. I have amazingly huge plans. And, I'm going to take you along for the ride if you're willing. But we have to look at our perspective today to find out where we're aligning ourselves, where we're taking, and where we're saying we're going. We're going this direction. We are going this way. Okay? And seeing very clearly what we want to manifest, very clearly what our perspective is. And, don't get me wrong, but sometimes we need a little bit of a perspective change. And unfortunately, sometimes it happens in a really, 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 really monumentous way. So try to do it on the little small steps first, okay? So going into this evening, okay, again, the cards are coming up and it's saying, look at your purpose. Look at, who you are. The big card that's coming up is authenticity. Be authentic. Be willing to say, this is what I want, and not settle for anything less. Be authentic about what you are doing today, what you are about today, okay? If people say that your dream's too big, be authentic with them. It has to be big. It has to be big. You don't serve the world by playing small. I'm going to say it again. You do not serve the world by playing small. You have to play big. Just as I was saying before, inside of the practice that, of putting yourself into a mindfulness state and practicing basketball, okay, you have to be in that state that you are creating that every single moment of your life, okay? So just keep that out there and show up authentically. Be on the court. I mean, you can't play the game if you're not on the court. So if you're not creating something big inside of your life, you're not playing the game to the fullest. So you might as well enjoy it. You might as well get out on the court and play. Now, you ask me to get out on a basketball court, I probably won't, just because I don't have that skill set, but I can manifest and manifest and manifest because I'm on that court. So I encourage you to get out on the court as well. So showing up authentically today. The next card that's coming up is a very interesting card because it's repetition, and we're talking about doing the same thing, and really, really focusing on our manifestations and focusing on what we want to have out of life. So, with that being said, keep practicing your gratitude. Keep practicing what you are grateful for all during the day. And I keep on saying this, that if you are in a sense of gratitude, okay, if you have a gratitude attitude, okay, it will negate the negative thoughts that start coming to your mind. Sometimes you have to take and you have to kind of refocus or reframe, that's a better word, reframe how you look at those things that are going on in your life, okay? I had a friend that she used the word, she just moved into a new house. She goes, oh my God, this move is killing me. And I was like, you need to rephrase that, okay? We need to refocus that a little bit. And she's like, well, how would you refocus that? I was like, focus with gratitude. This move is showing me how strong I am. So which is more powerful? Choose. So being in that state of repetition, okay, repeat the patterns that work, get rid of the patterns that don't. But be in that attitude of gratitude, and it will start shifting those patterns that we've built up where we say the things that we don't want. We have to rebuild that pattern and that repetition so we are saying the things that we truly want, that are going to empower us, that are going to give us the strength to have and to manifest those things in our life that are truly going to make us happy. So keep going with that. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Okay? And the cards are coming up and they're reminding us just to be aware. Just to be in thought, be in yourself today, to think and visualize, look for synchronicities, see how life is playing out. Get on the court and play. Okay, we are master manifestors. We love to manifest. So keep manifesting today. Okay, take some time, put some more stuff on your vision board. Take and just get people enrolled in what you are creating, because that is the way that manifestation works faster. When we put ourselves in a state of gratefulness, and we raise our vibration, manifestation happens faster. So with that being said, this has been Matthew. It's a pleasure being with you every single morning and helping you and get your day going and whatever else like that. So thank you so much. So we are from A Love Awakening. You can take a look at us on our website, aloveawakening.com. We're putting some new changes up there. You can search for us on YouTube at the hashtag #ALoveAwakening. And of course the t-shirts, Instagram, that's at Love Awakening 1122. So all of those things, we're going to be posting more and more things up there, teachings and classes. Don't forget, we have our roundtable. If you need details, that's an event on our Facebook page. We'll be sending some reminders out today. But as always, I love you. Lisa loves you. A Love Awakening loves you. So that means you should love you. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.